Hello students, this is Sujata coming with class 10 NCRT SSC Maths with Sujata ji. Students, welcome in our session that is the common asking board question for Maths 2. Now it is a very beneficial to the class 10 students because these are the frequently asking questions. These are the frequently asking board questions students. So it is very important for your the coming March 2026 exam. Okay, so let us see the remaining questions which are for Maths 2 subject. Okay, so let us see the part 2 of the Maths 2 common asking board question. Question is student, two circles of radii 5.5 centimeter and 3.3 centimeter respectively touch each other externally. What is the distance between their centers? So now your students, these are the two circles having the radius and then these two circles touches externally. So now your students, we know that if the two circles touches externally, that means here students that we sum up the radii of these corresponding circles. So here students, that first we write the given. First we write the given and then here write down that is the radius of first circle is equal to, that is we call it as R1 which is 5.5 centimeter. Then radius of second circle, call it as R2 which is equal to 3.3 centimeter. Then here that we have to find out distance between their centers. Distance between their centers is equal to question mark. Okay students, then here we write that is distance between their centers. Distance between their centers is equal to R1 plus R2 which is equal to 5.5 plus 3.3 which is equal to 8.8 centimeter. Okay student, so here we write that is distance between their centers is equal to 8.8. Okay, 8.8 centimeter. Now see the next one example. Prove that cot theta plus tan theta is equal to cosec theta multiply sec theta. So now here this question arises frequently students. Okay, so do it. So now here that LHS, we first write the LHS cot theta plus tan theta. So now here we can represent that cot theta as a cos theta upon sin theta and the tan theta as sin theta upon cos theta. Then here denominator are different, so we cross multiply. That means here cos square theta plus sin square theta upon sin theta multiply cos theta. So now here students will know the first identity of the trigonometry. That first identity of trigonometry says that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So here students we write here 1 upon sin theta multiply cos theta. Now here students by for this, so 1 upon sin theta multiply 1 upon cos theta. So now here students 1 upon sin theta, that means the cosec theta, multiply 1 upon cos theta, that means the sec theta. So here we write sec theta. So this way that which is equal to our RHS. So come RHS and that means LHS is equal to RHS. LHS is equal to RHS. So student, such a way you can solve it. Then the next one students, distance of point minus 3, 4 from the origin is. Yes, students. That is, we have to calculate the distance of the point. So that is the first point. Okay. First point, consider that A minus 3, 4. And the second point, then here the second point is not given, but students still it is hide in the example. And that is the origin. Okay, from the origin. That means the second point is 0, 0. And you write this A x1 y1. And then here it is x2 y2. Then students, then x1 will be minus 3, y1 will be 4, and here x2 is equal to 0 and y2 is equal to 0. So now here students, our formula becomes, that is the distance formula. So here we say by distance formula. Okay, so what is the distance formula? That distance from A to B is equal to, in the square root, y2 minus y1 whole bracket square plus x2 minus x1 whole bracket square. So now substitution students. So here y2 minus y1, that means 0 minus 4 whole bracket square plus 0 minus of minus 3 whole bracket square. So that means here students, minus 4 square plus 0 plus 3. Here 0 plus 3 whole bracket square in the square root. So here students, here I'll do it here. So distance from A to B, which is equal to, in the square root, square of minus 4. Square of minus 4, that means students the 16. And the here 0 plus 3. 0 plus 3 means students square of 3. So here square of 16 plus square of 3, that is the 9. That means students square of 25. And we know that the square of 25, that is equal to 5. So student distance from A to B is equal to 5. So here we write that distance of point, therefore distance of point minus 3, 4 from the origin is equal to 5. Okay students, this is your final answer. And in figure given that ABCD is a square, and is inscribed, a circle inscribed in it. See, this is the circle inscribed in it, and all sides of a square touch the circle. All sides touch the circle. Okay, see here. Okay, and then if AB is equal to 14 centimeter, and find the area of shaded region. We have to find out the shaded region. So what is the shaded region? This will be the shaded region. So how can it come, that area of the shaded region? That will become, if you find out the area of the square, then area of the circle, and then that subtract, and we can get the area of shaded portion. So now here first we write, that is the area of square. Okay. So now area of square ABCD. Area of square ABCD is equal to side square. So now side is here, so students, 14. So square of 14, that is equal to 196 square centimeter. So here I write area of square ABCD. Okay, so call it as first equation. Then area of circle, second part, that is the area of circle. So now here students, we know the formula, that is pi r square. So pi is 22.7. So now what about the r, that is the radius. So here students, if the side is 14 centimeter, then automatically that the circle touches all the sides of the square, and so that means the half portion it cover, the circle cover the half portion of the square. So that means it will be the 7 centimeter. Okay, so radius will be the 7 centimeter. So here we write square of 7. So 22 multiply 7 divided by 7. So that means here students 7 get cancelled. So 22 multiply 7, and that means here students that area of circle is equal to 154 square centimeter. 154 square centimeter. And polylisis 2. Okay. So now here from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2. Here we write that is the area of shaded portion. Area of shaded portion is equal to area of square ABCD minus area of circle. That means students, area of square ABCD, that is the 196, and area of circle, that is 150, so 54. So here 196 minus 154, that is equal to students 42 square centimeter. So here we write area of shaded portion. Area of shaded portion is equal to 42 square centimeter. Okay students. Then next one, quadrilateral ABCD is cyclic. If angle B is equal to 110, then find measure of angle D. So now here students that it is a cyclic quadrilateral. So if it is a cyclic quadrilateral, then the figure will be this way. We can draw the figure this way. This is the cyclic quadrilateral. Suppose it is a ABCD. Okay, ABCD, and here the angle B is given. Angle B is given, that is a 110, and we have to find out the measure of angle D. We have to find out the measure of angle D. That means this angle. So now here student, the angle B and angle D are opposite angles, and there is a property of the opposite angle of cyclic quadrilateral, and that property is that opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilaterals are supplementary, and so by using this theorem we can solve it. Okay, so first we write here that given quadrilateral ABCD is cyclic, measure angle B is equal to 110 degree, and then measure angle D is equal to question mark. So now here students, first we write that by the property of cyclic quadrilateral, okay, that opposite angles are supplementary. Now here students, opposite angles are supplementary. That means measure angle B plus measure angle D is equal to 180 degree. Okay, supplementary means their addition. The sum of the opposite angles is 180 degree. Now measure angle B 110 plus measure angle D is equal to 180 degree. So measure angle D is equal to 180 minus 110. So measure angle D is equal to 70 degree. Okay students. Then next one, example students. So the next one example is the ratio of corresponding sides of similar triangles is 3:5. Then find the ratio of their area. Now students, this question also frequently asking board question. Okay, this is a frequently asking board question. You should do it. तुम्हाला हा क्वेश्चन करायचाच आहे. हा एक्झाम्पल तुम्ही अगदी चांगल्या प्रकारे सॉल्व्ह करायचे, त्याची प्रॅक्टिस सुद्धा करायची आहे. स्टुडंट्स, काही एक्झाम्पल्स असे आहेत की ते रिपीटेड झालेले आहेत बोर्ड पेपरमध्ये. सो तुम्हाला अगदी त्यांचे प्रॅक्टिस करावेच लागणार आहे. सो दीज आर द frequently asking board question. These are the common asking board questions and you do it. Practice it very well. If you practice it very well, then you can cover the out of marks in Maths2. Okay, students? Then see, that is the question about the similarity. That here given is that ratio of corresponding sides of similar triangle. Okay, so now here first we write ratio of corresponding sides is equal to 3:5. Okay, and here we write that in the given we write here the similar triangles. Okay, similar triangles, and in that similar triangles ratio of corresponding sides is equal to 3:5. And here we have to find out that is ratio of their areas. Ratio of their areas is equal to question mark. So now here student, it is very easy question. That is the area of ratio. First we write ratio of areas of two similar triangles. Okay, is equal to that is the first side square upon second side square. And that means students that first side upon second side whole bracket square. So now here we write here the ratio of the first side to the second side. That means here 3:5. That means 3/5 whole bracket square. So that is equal to 9/25. So here we write that ratio of their areas. Ratio of their areas is equal to 9/25. Okay, students, very easy questions, very easy examples are here. Then next one, find the coordinates of midpoint of the segment joining the points 20 to 20 and 0, 60. Okay, so in the part 1 we solve such a type of the example, students, but the coordinate points are different. So let us see again how can we solve it. Okay, so now here first we write the coordinates of midpoint. Here coordinates of midpoint is equal to question mark. Okay, and the first point consider a 22, 20, and the second, that is the 0, 60. Okay, now here students, that we consider that first point A as 22, 20 as a x1, y1, and that means students x1 is equal to 22 and y1 is equal to 20. Okay, and then students after that consider B 0, 16 as B x2, y2. That means students x2 is equal to 0, y2 is equal to 60. Okay, so then afterward use the midpoint formula. So I write here by using midpoint formula. by using midpoint formula. Okay, that the coordinates of midpoint is equal to x1 plus x2 upon 2, y1 plus y2 upon 2. Then substitution student, x1 plus x2, that is 22 plus 0, 22 plus 0 upon 2. Then y1 plus y2, that is 20 plus 16 upon 2. So here students, 22 upon 2 and here 36 upon 2, that means 11, 18. So these are the coordinates of midpoint. Coordinates of midpoint. Okay. So this is our final answer. Okay students. बघा किती एक्झाम्पल्स सोपी सोपी येतात आहे 30 एक्झाम्पल्स येतात आहे सो सॉलिड प्रॅक्टिस इट फर्स्ट प्रॅक्टिस इट by the practice you can make the perfect. Okay, so that you practice it. Then here find the diagonal of a square whose side is 10 centimeter. Okay students, first we write here given. In the given I write down the diagonal. First write down the figure, that figure is the square, and then write down the diagonal. So now diagonal is equal to question mark and the side is 10 centimeter. Okay, so side is equal to 10 centimeter. So now here we know the formula for the side of a square. So side is equal to 1 upon root 2 multiply diagonal. Okay, so here students 1 upon root 2 multiply that diagonal, that side is 10 and here multiply diagonal. Okay, so that means here students cross multiplication 10 root 2 is equal to diagonal. Okay, so that means here the diagonal is equal to 10 root 2 centimeter. Okay, by using this formula you can calculate the diagonal. Okay, then next one example students. Radius of a sector of circle is 3.5 centimeter and length of its arc is 2.2 centimeter. Find the area of the sector. Okay, so now here we have, first we draw the figure. Suppose this is a circle having the center O and the radius, that radius having that 3.5. Okay, 3.5 centimeter. So this is 3.5 centimeter. And the length of its arc is 2.2 centimeter. So that is the length of arc is 2.2 centimeter. And we have to find the area of the sector. Okay, first we write down the given. So here given, in the given that radius of sector, radius of sector of circle, that is call it as r, which is equal to 3.5 centimeter. Then length of arc which is equal to, that is L is equal to 2.2 centimeter, and find out area of sector is equal to question mark. Okay, now there is a formula for depending on the length of arc and the radius of the circle, and that formula is area of sector is equal to LR upon 2. So now the substitution students here, that L is 2.2 multiply R, that is 3.5 divided by 2. So now here 2 ones are 2. So 1.1 multiply 3.5. So here 11 5s are 55 and 33 and 5 38. So now here 1 2 dot. Okay. So that means square of centimeter. So area of sector is equal to 3.85 square centimeter. So students, use this formula, remind this formula, okay, practice this formula. Do not forget all the formula about the examples, any examples of the theorem. Do not forget the property you use, that with help of the using this property, then you can easily solve the example. So that remind that properties, formula, theorem. Okay. Then next one example. In the figure, side of square ABCD is 7 centimeter with center D. Okay, this is the square ABCD with side 7 centimeter. Okay, and consider as a center D, and then radius DA, and then you draw the sector. Okay, draw the sector DAXE. See here, DAXE is the sector. This is the sector. Okay, and this is the shaded portion. So we have to find area of shaded region. We have to find out the shaded region. So how can we find out, students? First we calculate the area of the square. Okay, then with the help of formula of the area of sector, calculate this, okay, region, that is the unshaded region of the sector, and then subtract it, and then we can get the shaded area of the shaded region. First we write, students, here, first we write that area of square ABCD is equal to side square. So here side is 7. So that means here 49. Okay, 49 square centimeter. Then here, students, then area of sector DAXC is equal to theta upon 360 multiply pi r square. Okay, multiply pi r square. This is the formula. Okay, लक्षात ठेवा हा formula, students. And then theta, what is the theta? Now here, students, this is the square and the sector is inscribed in the square. So that means each angle of the square is 90 degree. So theta is equal to 90 divided by 360. Multiply pi, take as 22 upon 7, and the radius, that radius is nothing but the square side of the square. So that is equal to 7. So here square of 7. So now 90 multiply 22 multiply 7, then divided by 360 multiply 7. So 7 get cancel, and 0 get cancel. Then 9 1s are 9 4s are. Okay, and then here, students, 2 1s are 2 1s are 2, and 2 2s are 4. Okay, so now here, students, the remaining numbers are 11 into 7. See here, 11 into 7 and divided by 2. Okay, so that means here 77 upon 2. So the half of 77, that means here, students, that 38.5 square centimeter. Okay, so here we write that area of the sector DAXE. Okay, area of sector DAXC, that is equal to 38.5 square centimeter. Then now, students, area of the shaded portion. Now you calculate it. Area of shaded portion. Area of shaded portion, which is equal to area of square minus area of DAXC sector. Then here that is 49 minus 38.5. 38.5. So do here that is a 49.0 and the 38.5. So that means here students that point 0 and here 1. So here 10.5 which is equal to 10.5 square centimeter. So here I write area of shaded region. Area of shaded region is equal to 10.5 square centimeter. Okay students? In the figure that red PQ touches the circle at Q. If PQ is equal to 12, PR is equal to 8. Find the length of segment PS. Now here students, if you observe carefully this figure, then you know that PQ is the tangent of this circle. Then here the PS and RS is a chord and the PS is the second. So that means here students we can write down that by using tangent second segment theorem, or we say property. Okay, what is that property? That property says that PQ square is equal to PR multiply PS. So PQ square, that PQ square is square of 2, square of 12. PR is the 8 and then PS. So now here 144 upon 8 is equal to 8 multiply PS. Then next step students, that is a 144 divided by 8 which is equal to PS. So here 8 ones are and then 8 6 are 8 8s are 64. So PS. So PS is equal to 18. Okay students, so PS is equal to 18. And here unit is not given, so only we write the PS. So here finally we write length of PS is equal to 18. Length of PS is equal to 18. Okay students.